Right now at noon, law enforcement around the state is honoring an Appleton firefighter who lost his life in the line of duty. And Attorney General Josh Kaul is adding Wisconsin's name to the lawsuit that's suing OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Ken, thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Thursday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in just a bit. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Hattie McLean joins us on this stormy Thursday. What's going on? It
has been a wet morning so far, Mark. We've had some heavy rain and some storms moving through that have produced some large hail across southern Wisconsin. Behind me, this is the Edgewater sky cam. You can see the sky brightening up to the west, but to the south, still looking pretty dark where the rain continues. Let's take a look at the forecast graphics for today. We still have an alert day in the forecast. We're under a slight risk for severe weather through the rest of the afternoon into the evening. Again, the main threats, if any of those storms turn severe, would be large hail and gusty winds. Here is Doppler track. One round of showers and thunderstorms has pushed through. A little bit of development on the backside here in and around Madison, so still some raindrops here at the station. There'll likely be a break before a chance for some rain moves back in late this afternoon into this evening. Skies are already clearing to the north and west, and where those skies clear, temperatures jump up quickly. It's going to be a muggy afternoon with highs climbing to the mid to upper 70s later on today. We'll stay pretty mild tonight, but Mark, better find that jacket for tomorrow.
Is that rain hitting the roof right now?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
It's going to be inside weather today.
All right. We'll see you in a few minutes, Hattie. Thank you.
Good.
Topping the news today, Lake Delton police are looking for a suspect after an attempted child abduction. A 2-year-old child was found outside a home in the Deer Run subdivision in Lake Delton Saturday around 3 in the morning. Police say the parents woke up because of noises coming from a child's bedroom. The parents saw the child alone outside the home and called police. The police department said evidence suggested that someone entered through the child's bedroom window, brought the child outside, and then fled the area. The child was unharmed and reunited with the parents before officers arrived on the scene. The Lake Delton Police Department is continuing to investigate. This just in from the Channel 3000 Alert Center. The Beloit Police Department is investigating a deadly crash involving 2 motorcycles. It happened late last night on Gateway Boulevard. Police say 2 men were on motorcycles when the crash happened, and a 32-year-old man from Rockford died at the scene. A 30-year-old Rockford man was taken to the hospital. Beloit police say they believe a third person possibly witnessed the crash. A procession is being held for the Appleton firefighter who was killed in a shooting. Authorities say the shooting happened after police and firefighters responded to a medical emergency around 5:30 yesterday in downtown Appleton. 3 others were injured. Police say there's no ongoing threat to the community, but they did not say if anyone's in custody. Governor Evers said he and his wife Kathy, quote, send our deepest sympathies to the family, friends, and colleagues of the firefighter who lost their life last night. We stand with our brave first responders as they mourn this loss. The Sun Prairie Police Department is asking for help identifying the people suspected of causing $30,000 worth of damage in vandalism to their training facility. It happened last Tuesday night at the Angel Park Training Facility, and another incident happened on Tuesday of this week. An official at the park says about 30 windows were broken. The damage could be a potential setback for several departments who use the facility. Sun Prairie Fire and Rescue offering a $500 reward for anyone who provides accurate information leading to an arrest. If you have any information, call the Sun Prairie Police. The number is 608-837-7336. A former manager at a Sun Prairie restaurant is accused of bilking the company out of money and supplies in a year-long fraud scheme. 54-year-old Deborah Rippen-Vera is facing felony charges relating to alleged thefts from the Market Street Diner. She was a general manager at the diner for about 8 years. Combined, Rippen-Vera is accused of taking over $180,000 from the diner. She's expected to be in court next month. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is suing OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma over its opioid marketing practices. Kaul filed a lawsuit in state court today. It alleges Purdue Pharma downplayed the addiction risks of the opioid pain medication OxyContin. The lawsuit alleges the practices amount to a public nuisance and seeks unspecified damages. Officials in Iowa, Kansas, Maryland, and West Virginia plan to file similar lawsuits today. With the lawsuits, 45 states are taking action against Purdue Pharma, alleging the company downplayed overdose risks. President Trump unveils his vision to change legal immigration in the United States this afternoon. The president wants to switch to a merit-based system that assigns points based on an immigrant's specific skills, education, income level, and if they speak English. The current system awards green cards mainly based on family connections and a lottery. Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor, crafted the plan and met with conservative groups for input.
People are trying to come into our country illegally because our country is doing well. They can't come in illegally. They have to come in through the legal system. They have to come in through merit.
We've only heard titles like merit, which is non-merit. It means merit in the eyes of Donald Trump.
Democrats say they want a protection for DACA recipients. Those are immigrants brought to America as children. The White House says it was kept out on purpose. The Milwaukee Bucks added their 5th consecutive win last night as they defeated the Toronto Raptors in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. After being down by 7 heading into the fourth quarter, the Bucks scored 32 points to beat the Raptors 108-100. Brooke Lopez scored 29 points in the Bucks' victory. Game 2 of the series will be in Milwaukee tomorrow night at 7:30. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love really good Napoleons, brimming with a filling that you dream of diving into head first, then you're gonna go crazy over what we're whipping up today. If you love a really good Napoleon, you know, one with layers of flaky pastry, brimming with a filling that you only dream of diving into head first, then you're gonna go crazy over what we're whipping up today. The first thing we wanna do is bake off a package of frozen puff pastry dough. While that cools, we whip up our to die for filling. To make it, we whisk together a package of vanilla pudding mix with some milk. Once that thickens up, we fold in some whipped topping. You want to do this gently so it stays nice and fluffy. Now to assemble this, we break up the sheets of our baked pastry and layer about 1/3 of it into a trifle dish before spooning on a layer of our filling. A little chocolate sauce goes over that, and we repeat that 2 more times. This sure is a whole lot easier than trying to make individual Napoleons. And when you serve layers of this crispy pastry, brimming with the vanilla cream that's laced with the chocolate sauce, oh my goodness. To get the recipe for our Napoleon trifle, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a decadently tasty way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. It is decadently tasty.
All right, guys, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, it's an alert day. Meteorologist Hattie McLean is tracking some potential showers and thunderstorms. That's next in your first alert forecast. Well, $1 billion fine for several big banks, and there could be a new way to get to work soon. It might require a parachute. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
European Union regulators have fined 5 big banks more than $1 billion. The firms, including JP Morgan Chase and Citigroup, are accused of colluding to trade large sums of foreign currency. A similar case in the U.S. is ongoing. Regulators say the market rigging went on through chat rooms with code names like the Cartel, the Mafia, and the Bandits Club. Walmart is reporting a mixed bag. The world's biggest retailer says it earned $3.84 billion during its first quarter, and online sales surged 37%. That was better than expected, but total revenue fell short of expectations. TripAdvisor has introduced a new safety filter allowing users to find out which hotels and resorts have been cited for employee crimes, including sexual assault. Users will now be able to click through a filter on each property to see if there are any reviews with safety warnings involving rapes, robberies, or people being drugged. And And we are one step closer to flying taxis. A German startup has pulled back the curtain on an all-electric 5-seater air taxi. The flying taxi is capable of traveling up to 300 kilometers in just 1 hour. At that speed, a normally 1-hour trip from New York's JFK Airport to Midtown Manhattan could take just 6 minutes. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is up 275 points. The NASDAQ up 106, and the S&P 500 is up 35.5. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this unfortunately rainy Thursday.
Boy, and it sounds loud out there. I haven't been out myself, but we're getting boomers over here at the radio ranch just like you guys are at News 3. So it looks like we're going to park the planters for a little while, and that's unfortunate because we were just starting to pick up momentum when it comes to our corn and soybeans. I was talking with a trader this morning, and he said the other unfortunate part is the wet weather is going to persist around the upper Midwest, and we're now getting to that critical mark as far as the calendar is concerned, where we are definitely putting ourselves out of range as far as big crops are concerned. The yields are probably not going to be there, but you never know. You got to wait and see. We just kind of want farmers to rest up, take a breath, and get ready for when the dry weather does show back up. We'll find out more on Monday afternoon just how many acres did get planted during the decent days of weather for Wisconsin farmers. We're also talking today about some notes in history. I was noticing back in 1933 on this date that Wisconsin actually had to call in to play military forces. Back in 1933, Wisconsin dairy farmers were striking because of low milk prices. They were protesting by dumping milk, and there was actually some rioting, so to speak, some violence that was happening over in Waukesha. In fact, an Army lieutenant actually ended up being injured. So that's back in 1933. Wisconsin dairy farmers upset about the price and dumping milk. Today, they're still upset about the price, and some are even dumping milk. Another little note that Sarah reminded me about today is Liberace's birthday. You forget that showman was a Wisconsin native as well, and he, too, early in his career was very much on the side of Wisconsin agriculture, did a lot of talking about Allison Dairyland and Wisconsin's pride over butter versus margarine. So thank you for that reminder, Sarah, about Liberace's birthday. He'd been 100 years old today. Barrel cheese, block cheese, both unchanged today. The 40-pound, or shall I say the butter, was up 1 1/4 mark, $2.38.5 per pound. See, I just thought I'd sprinkle a little culture in on you today.
I was trying to figure out how Liberace was going to be working into the farm reports.
Well, you know, we ought to make this a new challenge. You just email me a phrase, and I'll see if I can incorporate it into the farm report.
Okay, we'll see how that turns out. Thank you,
All
Pam.
right, stay dry.
Have a great day. Hattie McLean over in the Weather Center, keeping an eye on some storms.
Yeah, it has been kind of a busy morning in the weather department. We had some heavy rain just a few minutes ago here at the station. Here's the view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Still pretty cloudy here in Madison. Alert day is still in effect for the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms again later this afternoon and this evening may turn severe. Now, the main threats would be large hail and gusty winds if any of those storms do turn severe. Here's a look at what we've gotten so far this morning. Outside of the far southwestern corner of the state, which has remained dry, around an inch in Platteville, about 8/10 in between Madison and the Dells, parts of Columbia County, about the same here in Dane County as well. Lighter amounts as you head towards Milwaukee. So the strongest storms were definitely west of Madison. We're not done with the rain just yet. We still have a few showers and thunderstorms that are moving south and east through the area, but the bulk of the region has dried out. Skies are even beginning to clear out a little bit to the west. Here's a closer view of southern Wisconsin. You can see that southeastern Dane County still dealing with some lightning strikes and some pretty heavy, albeit brief, downpours. Here's slight risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon, that yellow shaded area for much of central Iowa through the far southern part of the state, south of Madison to Milwaukee, and then into northern Illinois. Here's a look at the GFS Future Track forecast model. It's indicating that there will be some redevelopment later today, most likely south of the state line, although some of those showers and thunderstorms may creep into southern Wisconsin later on this evening. However, overnight, mainly dry with that rain staying to the south. The rain does start to lift northward through the day on Friday, so there will be rounds of showers and thunderstorms possible, especially through the afternoon and evening. And then that rain chance continues right through Saturday and even into Sunday. So it is going to be a very wet weekend. All the moisture pulling out of the region by early Monday morning. But when you add it up, these numbers are not good numbers for southern Wisconsin. Widespread 1 to 3 inch rain totals are expected over the next several days. So very wet, again, a lot of moisture that we definitely don't need. I mentioned skies were clearing. Here's the satellite map. You can see clear skies for northwestern Wisconsin, part of the southwestern corner of the state as well. And look at what's happening to the temperatures. Quickly jumping into the 70s where skies are clearing. 72 in La Crosse, 73 in Dubuque, only 63 with clouds here in Madison. Out further to the west across Iowa and southern Minnesota, temperatures are already in the 80s. So this storm system has a lot of moisture to work with. We'll start to see some of that moisture here in southern Wisconsin this afternoon as dew points climb into the 60s for a few hours. So you're likely going to notice that humidity later today. A look at your future track forecast model. Again, southerly winds with temperatures climbing into the 70s today. May see some 80s out to the west with a bit more sunshine. Again, here's the showers and thunderstorms that may develop a little bit later on this afternoon into this evening. Not a guarantee, but still a chance in the forecast. As we head towards tomorrow, again, likely see those showers and thunderstorms lift into the region. Friday is going to be a much cooler day, though. Plan on that. Temperatures will be quite different than they are today. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have high temperatures in the 70s today, only in the 50s tomorrow. It does get a little bit better for the weekend, but overall, Mark, it's kind of a movie weekend.
Yeah, I think so. I got a couple of closets I could clean out. Be a good time for that.
Not good for the boys' lacrosse and baseball games. That's all I can think about.
And when's
there.
it cool off? Sometime this evening?
It'll cool off overnight. We'll stay in the 50s overnight. We just aren't going to climb much tomorrow.
All right.
So.
Keep an eye on the skies.
We will.
You're going to help me over here.
I will.
We got a crowd over here. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Sarah Lynn from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pets of the week. We'll meet strawberry, blueberry, and black licorice. Yes, there'll be 3 of them when we come back. It's time for the Pet of the Week, and Sarah Lynn is filling in for Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We have 3 special guests. We have Hattie help out here today.
Yes.
Happy to help today.
So who do we have here?
That's Strawberry on the far end, and this is Blueberry, sisters, and then the big brother is Black Licorice here.
And they
Yes.
are Chihuahua.
Miniature pincher, so Chihuahua Min Pin mixes.
So they're not going to get real big.
No,
Little
definitely
ones.
not.
But they're puppies.
This one's interested in the microphone.
They have a lot of energy, don't they?
How old?
Yeah, just 2 months old.
Well, that's
So-
about as young as they can go, right?
Yep, that's right. They just came in from their foster home on Tuesday. Saw the vets and everything yesterday while we were closed, and will be available today at noon.
It's those eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
So expressive.
And
No,
they're
they don't have to go together, right?
They don't have to go together. No, we're
Can you imagine?
have trio ones.
Like having triplets.
a
Strawberry.
full house.
Strawberry is calm.
Yeah.
How'd you get a calm one?
Maybe it's just me.
Maybe
I'm
you're
the dominant.
calming effect.
Maybe. Yeah, she's cute. She's got a really pretty brown color.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So it's 1 male, 2 females.
That's right.
They don't have to go together.
They don't.
All right.
Nope.
And they're puppies, so be a little work.
Yes,
Yeah.
there will be some training. They're definitely looking
be
for some people with patience that love this energy. But we've got a lot of resources and ways to help make all that transition really easy for you.
Oh, you miss your sister, do you?
Ooh, ooh.
All right, go shopping at Menards.
That's right. Yes, all this month, Menards, 3 locations, Madison West, Monona, and Sun Prairie, all month are doing a donation drive. So you can see our wish list there, go shopping, and make your donation right there.
Pick it right up in the store.
Yeah.
All right, last week we had a multiples as well.
That's right. Yes, we were doing that to you a lot lately. Those 2 buns are still available at the main shelter. If you're interested in meeting those 2, Gibson and Lulu, I think.
And
yeah.
they have to go together, if I
They
remember.
do. Yeah, they're best friends.
Yeah,
They look calmer.
they're a lot calmer. They're not puppies.
Maybe next week I'll bring you calm animals.
All right, strawberry,
Blueberry,
and black
licorice.
All right, they're
What happened to Blackberry?
I know.
I don't know.
All right. Go to the shelter's website, giveshelter.org, for information on these guys and everything else going on around there. Little puppy to
Oh, they like to
cuddle
give
with.
kisses.
Oh, yeah. The puppy
They
kisses.
haven't been using their teeth either.
No, they haven't. They've been
they're
good. All right. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah.
Yeah, thanks for
Hattie,
wrangling these
one
puppies.
final check of the forecast.
All right. Well, I'm a little distracted right now. This is way cuter than the weather. Take a look outside on Doppler track. There are some showers and a few thunderstorms rolling through southern Dane County in towards the Janesville area, also Evansville. Otherwise, look for a little bit of clearing with temperatures back in the 70s.
And some dew points.
Yes, dew points in the 60s. You'll feel it when you walk outside.
Summer for a few hours and then cooling off.
You need
All
a
right.
jacket tomorrow.
We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon. Puppies.